Good morning, Stanton. We are on Crusader in Orson. This is a little video just talking about the upcoming wipe and what you should do as a new player and what you can expect. Uh, it's something that hasn't happened for well over a year. So even some people who've been playing since Christmas or maybe even a little earlier will never have experienced a wipe and they might be unsure what's happening. If you're going to lose everything or what's going to happen. And this wipe is going to be changing how future wipes happen. So if I push F1 here, we can see a few things. One is we can see I've got some money here. I got about 357,000 UEC. Also, if I go to Delphi here, you can see I have the reputation for different guilds that I've been working at here. So this will go away. All your reputation is being wiped. So as a player, you will lose this. You're also going to lose, what screen was that? I'll just do this again with F1. You will lose your alpha UEC. This is also going away. So however much money you have earned is going away. This is going to be reset to the base amount. So if you go to the Star Citizen website and look in your hangar there, it'll show you your starting UEC. Might be around 20,000, maybe a little less. If you use a referral code when making your account, you're going to have a little bit more, but it's not going to be much money. The last thing you're going to lose is all your equipment and items. So clothes that you've bought, weapons you've bought, undersuits, med pens, your multi-tool, all that's going away for sure. If we go to the spaceport and we look at the ships that have all been bought in game, if you've earned UEC and you've bought a ship at New Deal, or if you bought a ship at any of the other locations that sell ships, those are all going to be gone as well. The wipe is removing everything entirely from all those areas. What you will retain is anything in your hangar. And what that means is if you go to the RSI website and you log in there and you click on your account and then click on your hangar, it's going to show you items in your hangar. So your starter pack, if you bought an Aurora starter pack or a Mustang starter pack, if you paid actual money and you bought a cutlass, or if you bought some weaponry or some special paints for your ships, anything that is showing up in there, including the giveaway I'm happening at the end of the month that's going to have either helmets or a weapon, those will stay. During the wipe, those will remain. Anything that is in your hangar on the website will remain after the wipe. So when you're planning on what you're going to do, realize that that's what you're going to be left with. Potentially just your starter ship if you have nothing else, and a small amount of money and no reputation. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be starting from the bottom. Now you could plan ahead and try to think of what you could do in order to make a little bit extra money, to give yourself a heads up. One of the things that you could do is purchase a new ship. And if you've been playing for a while and there's a ship you really like and you find that it's worth it to start out with a ship and not have to earn UEC, it's kind of a neat pose. I like that. By all means, look at pledging on the website and getting that ship. I always say new starting players should not buy expensive ships. Buy the minimum and start out. And the reason why is because you're only putting in about $45 to start playing the game and try things out and see if you really like them. I don't say spend $1,000 on this game on massive ships unless you're really into it and you really want to support it and you can afford it. As always, I think you can earn stuff in games. If you are thinking there's a ship you want, I still would actually potentially hold off on getting a ship. The reason why I say hold off is because the wipe hasn't happened yet, so you're still going to have a little bit of time to play the game and enjoy the game before the wipe. When the wipe happens, it's going to be closer to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. And so the expo is going to have ship sales, concept sales. There's going to be the ability to rent for a 2-day period, 48 hours, pretty much any ship in the game. If you really want to try out a ship before you buy it, that is the time to wait. So if you can hold off until, I believe it's mid-November, and this wipe hasn't happened yet, I would say hold off on getting that ship. However, and this is hopefully something that you guys can kind of look into, but today is the last day. There was a little bit of a sale over the weekend. I wasn't around, so I kind of missed it for, I guess, like Talk Like a Pirate Day that happened. And there is the Fly Like a Pirate event, which has some ships for sale, including the concept ships of the Vulture and the Corsair, which will not be available after this weekend, after today, which is the 20th. So if you're seeing this on the 20th and you're kind of interested in those ships, they are available now. One thing that I did is I think I'm kind of interested in the Vulture, but I'm really not going to pay $140 for a ship at the moment. But I might want to in the future. Also, the ship's in concept, and when it comes out of concept, when it's released, there's a chance that it's going to be worth or cost a lot more than $140. There's a chance that the price is going to go up. So what I did right now, and I'll show this on screen, is I actually got myself a CCU, cross-chassis upgrade. The two ships that are close, I believe, is a Freelancer Dur and the Cutlass Red. And I just went with Cutlass Red, and I got a CCU for the Cutlass Red, which is a ship I do not own in my hangar. I own one in-game. I bought one in-game, but I don't have one in my hangar, so I can't really apply this. But getting a Cutlass Red to Vulture CCU, to buy that now for the future, to hold on to, is $5. The difference between the Cutlass Red, which is $135, and the Vulture, which is $140. Now I have that CCU, and I bought it for $5, and it is in my account. Though, if the price of a Vulture ever goes up, let's say the Vulture even went up by $30, or $20, or $10, the CCU would still apply. I could still buy a Cutlass Red and apply the CCU and get myself a Vulture for what I paid for $5, even though the value would be a lot higher. What you could also do is every once in a while there's referral bonuses. Recently there's a referral bonus for getting a Drake Dragonfly if you signed up for the game. Excuse me, if you signed up for the game and used a referral code. You could buy a CCU to upgrade the Dragonfly, which I believe is worth around $40, maybe it's a little more, I can't remember, to a Cutlass. Then, once you apply that CCU and turn it into a Cutlass Red, you could then apply another CCU to turn that Cutlass Red into a Vulture. It is kind of complicated to think about, but really there's a way to take a ship that had lifetime insurance and bring it up to the level of Cutlass Red, because you can always go up, and then go up again to Vulture. So for $5, I've kind of reserved the idea that since I like single-player ships that you can kind of do things to make money, I like the Prospector, and I like the Rock for mining gems. I think I'd like the Vulture. I like the idea of using a single-player ship that can do some salvage. So for $5, I've reserved that. So that's kind of a plan that I've had. One thing that I will point out, Hangar 9. If I look at my Delphi here, you can see I reached all 3 levels of the Civilian Defense Force. There is a thought, potentially, that anyone that took place in Xeno, and I don't know if they're going to go by levels, whether you're a veteran or you're a first responder, people that took part in Xeno Threat, because you made so much money in that event, they might give money after the wipe to those people in their accounts. I'm not sure yet what's happening. I don't know if there's been an official announcement of that, but it is something that was suggested that it might be possible. So if you've played in Xeno, you might start out with more than the 20,000 or however much you would start out playing the game. So that's something to think about as well. But if you're looking at buying a ship, I would still hold off until the wipe happens, or until the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo happens. That's going to be the best time, I think, in order to potentially buy a ship. So if you are really looking at something and you've been playing the game and you really like it, and look at ships that potentially will help you earn money to make other ships. If you like doing the bounties, look at a Cutlass, which is pretty much a good all-around ship. If you're looking at doing cargo running, if cargo running is fixed up, I would say certainly look at something like the Caterpillar or even the MSR, which is a pretty good ship. Salvage. I really don't know what salvage is going to be like or what the profit's going to be like. Usually when there's a new profit type game loop, it usually starts out pretty good. Usually it starts out with you making a lot of money, and then they kind of balance it later. But they really want to get people in. So hopefully salvage turns out to be pretty good. Oh, it opens on the front. I keep forgetting. So hopefully the wipe isn't too crazy, but everyone is going to be losing quite a bit. So have fun, play now. Now I know I've said everyone starts out at kind of an even footing with the wipe. What I mean is new players are all going to be back to where they started. If someone has spent thousands of dollars, they're definitely going to be ahead, but they're not going to be doing the same thing as you. If you want to do mining with your rock, you're really not going to be competing against people that already have a mole or a prospector and are going at that. If you're running cargo, you're still going to be able to make some cargo money, assuming there's no crashes. Hopefully, with the next wipe, the items that you have, the reputation you have, and the money you have can all be wiped separately. So that's going to be the new thing that's going to happen, is they're going to have different wipes in different areas when needed. We all knew it was coming, but it's coming now. But that's it. I just wanted to have a little bit of talk of what's happening. Once the wipe happens, take a look at my my starting from the bottom series, my beginners 0 to hero series. I can't remember what the first video was called, but I'll put a link in the description here. It's a great video to start out after the wipe, just showing some ways to earn money. I hear mining is fixed a bit, so I'm actually going to switch to another account. Going to try out the mining with the prospector and actually see if that's better. So that'll be my next video. It's just kind of checking out mining and seeing if that's improved, as well as looking at some of the ships I have. And I hope to see you soon in the verse. Thanks for watching. Bye.